the motherfucking deal, YouTube? This your boy, I am Dante 4BG. Please comment, like, and subscribe on this video, guys. I really appreciate the love and the support, man. Shout out to everybody that supported the channel. Shout out to my baby, my wifey, Shauna. Shout out to you. Love you so much. Shout out to my best friend Ashley Nicole Nelson. I love you so much. Shout out to my auntie Blue, my uncle Mark. Shout out to everybody that support my channel, man. Shout out to all the 37 members that supported my channel. Big shout out to everybody, man. Big shout out to everybody that support my channel as well, man. I really cut for y'all, man. I really thank y'all. Like I say, I'm gonna start switching up content, man. More content coming up, man. Of these segments coming up, man. If y'all want football, I'll throw some football in it too, man. Like I say, man, really appreciate y'all, man, for watching this content. I've been getting a lot of love on this content. So let's get right started, man. Like I say, I did Steve Francis a video on how good he was. I did a video on how good Clyde Drexler was, basically teaching y'all, showing y'all letting y'all know what these guys can do. If you don't know the game of basketball, you didn't watch that era, this era, that era, the era that I'm talking about right now was physical as hell. The players was athletic as well. This era right here was physical. It was very physical. Like I say, man, this era right here that we're in today is soft as tissue. Like I say, in this era that I'm talking about, these players right here, this is some basketball, like real basketball before this one. Basketball, physical, hard fouls, playoff fouls. This era right here is soft. This kind of remind me of, if you blow your breath in their face, they're gonna, like I say, blow your breath in their face, they're gonna call a foul. This era right here was physical, and like I say, this next guy that I'm talking about for the Houston Rockets. I'm not gonna just do Rockets players. I'm gonna do more players and stuff like this, because like I say, I actually sat down and watched these players play, and some of these players do not actually get talked about like that. I know y'all gonna know some of these players, but this guy was very physical. This guy was very, very good. Like I say, this guy used to contain Michael Jordan. He didn't shut Michael Jordan down. And let's get that right. It's straight. He didn't shut him down. But like I say, he was a player that could contain Michael Jordan. He played great physical defense. He shot the cover off the ball. If you didn't know this guy, he was an inconsistent three-point shooter. But when like I say again, when you needed big shots, this guy made the shots. When you needed a big defensive play, this guy made the play. What if it's diving on the floor? What if it's talking trash, guarding a player, face guarding a player, making a big shot? Like I say, man, excitement. This guy was very, very good. And I'm talking about a two-time NBA champion. Both of those championship years. 1 year, I mentioned him in the first video. In the second video with Clyde Drexler, 1 year he got sent home because of the jealousy of basically Clyde Drexler coming to the team, and then he came out his mouth and said, "Hey, I wish I wouldn't have said nothing," and shut my mouth. And I'm talking about none other than the defensive stud, aka shooter, Mr. Do-It-All, Vernon Maxwell for the Houston Rockets. Man, Maxwell, straight out of Houston. Maxwell was 6'4". He was a shooting guard and a point guard, both positions basically. He really can guard threes as well, small forwards as well. He's 6'4", 180 pounds. He wasn't a big guy. Two-time NBA champion, 1994-95 champion. Like I say, the first year the Houston Rockets beat the New York Knicks in the NBA Finals. He was a huge blow in that series, man. John Starks did get hot in the Game 6. Like I say, Maxwell made a lot of big plays and now some big shots, man. Vernon Maxwell was a beast, man. He was a beast on defense. He was a great, like I say, wasn't a great shooter, but he made, like I say, these guys for the Rockets made the plays, made the big plays. Like Clyde Drexler made the plays when it was needed, made the shot when it was needed. Clyde Drexler got to the rim, made plays. Vernon Maxwell made plays. He made shots when it was needed. He played, if he wanted to guard the best player. He was a physical defender. That this is real basketball that I'm talking about. This basketball era we talking about today. This is soft. I mean, before, like I say, again, I love this game of basketball, but the NBA made it more softer. The referees calling everything in this era, hand check everything, no 3 seconds, everything. Vernon Maxwell was a physical freak, man. He was physical on defense. I mean, in your face, like I say, stealing the ball from you, diving on the floor, making plays. Vernon Maxwell, like I say, made big shots when it was needed. Vernon Maxwell, like I say, stepped up in that Knicks series. Guarded John Starks pretty well, but the 1-for-17 game, that was the game 7. The Rockets won. Maxwell made some big defensive plays, some big stops in that series. Against the Phoenix Suns. Vernon Maxwell. But like I say, this guy stepped up, man. This guy was very, very good, bro. And he's forgot about, like I say, don't nobody know nothing about this because, like I say, in this era, like I said, man, it's more physical, man. Like I say, Vernon Maxwell was very athletic as well. Like I say, he can guard multiple positions. His career stats, 855 games, 12 points per game, 39% from the field, 32% from 3, 73% from the free throw line. Vernon Maxwell, that's his name. His first year was with San Antonio, averaged 11 points per game, 3 assists. He averaged damn near 4 assists a game. His second year, pretty much in San Antonio, he averaged 6 points per game, 7 points per game. But he went to the Houston Rockets in the middle of the 1990 season. He was traded. As soon as he got to the Houston Rockets, he made it immediate impact. 12 points per game. He averaged 5 assists, 3 rebounds. 1991, the average jumped up to 17 points per game. This is why I'm telling you, this guy could put the ball in the basket. He made big shots, man. This guy could actually shoot the basketball. He could actually make shots. Could actually make open shots, man. Vernon Maxwell made the plays, like I said, when he needed to make the plays. And like I said, he wanted to guard the best player, man. I love Vernon Maxwell, man. I love him, man. The guy was very physical, bro. And obviously, 1991-92, Vernon Maxwell, 17.2 points per game. 1993, he averaged 13.8 points per game. 1993-94, like I say, again, that's when the Rockets won their first championship in 94. 94, they beat the New York Knicks. Like I said, the Rockets was very good, man. The Rockets won the NBA championship, beating the New York Knicks in the finals in 7 games. Vernon Maxwell played a huge difference in the Phoenix series and in that series. He played a difference in every series that the Rockets was in. Like I say, man, the Rockets was, like I say, Vernon Maxwell was the it factor, man. He was one of the keys to the Rockets' victory, man. Like I say, I look back at those series, man, and I watched how physical Vernon Maxwell was on defense, and I watched the big shots that he just made, man. It was just magnificent watching this guy play and watching this guy just play defense, man. It wasn't no backing off. He was straight up in your grill. He was just straight up, man. He was just straight up a dog. Vernon Maxwell was straight up a pit bull, man. He was a pit bull. Averaged 13.6 per game. The 1994-95 championship, that's with Rudy T sent Vernon Maxwell home because basically the trade that they got from Clyde Drexler, the Rockets was trying to shake up everything and, like I say, get back on the right track. That's when the Rockets was the first low seed to win the championship when they beat 360-win teams. The Rockets beat 360-win teams that year. Vernon Maxwell wasn't even on the playoff roster. The Rockets winning those series shorthanded and still end up winning those series. They did it without Vernon Maxwell. Vernon Maxwell to this day came out, like I said, I wish I would never just opened my mouth. I wish I would have just sat down, just did my job. Like I say, even though if you don't like if a player comes and you feel like something about to go down, or this organization about to trade you, just be professional, man. Like I say, you still out there playing. Like I say, the team just trying to was shaking up. The Rockets were struggling at that point in time. The Rockets were struggling. But when they got in the playoffs, they were a different team. Like I said, they beat the first round. They had to play the 60-win Utah Jazz. They beat them. Clyde Drexler had a great series in that series. I talked about that last night in the video. They beat the Phoenix Suns. They beat the Phoenix Suns twice. The Rockets stopped Charles Barkley twice from winning the championship. That's why Charles Barkley mad to this day at the Rockets. They stopped him twice. And like I say, the kiss of death got him that time by Mario Elie. And like I say, they beat the San Antonio Spurs when David Robinson got us MVP, and Hakeem Olajuwon just made him look like a jackass and throughout that whole series. And then the Rockets ended up beating the Orlando Magic, sweeping them in 4 games. Vernon Maxwell got sent home that year. Next year he went to Philadelphia. He averaged 16.2 points per game. And then he went back to San Antonio. He went back to San Antonio, averaged 13 points per game. Then 1997-98 season, he was pretty much a free agent. He went to Orlando, 1997-98, 7.4 points per game. And then Chicago, Charlotte. That is Charlotte. He went to Charlotte. He averaged 6.8 points per game. Sacramento, he averaged 10 points. Seattle, he averaged 11 points per game. His last year was basically 2001 when he went to Philadelphia, and then Dallas. Didn't do so good. Then he ended his career in 2001, man. But I say, man, Vernon Maxwell was a special player. He was a very, very great player, man. Hakeem Olajuwon was not Hakeem Olajuwon, Vernon Maxwell. Vernon Maxwell was a very great player, man. An underrated player. He made Michael Jordan work for every shot that was on the court, man. He made everybody. He was a thorn in your side. Like I say, he was so physical, man. But like I say, if to win a championship, like I say, every guy needs a defensive stopper, a stud on their team, a person that can step down, knock down shots when needed to, dive on the floor for loose balls. Talk a little trash every now and then to get into your opponent's head. And like I say, Vernon Maxwell was that. He was that, man. He was a pit bull for the Rockets. Like I say, I could call him Patrick Beverly of the Rockets, but kind of better. He was a better player than Patrick Beverly. He was better, more athletic and everything, man. Comment, like, and subscribe on this video, guys. Y'all the Rockets fans' favorite moment on Vernon Maxwell. Let me know in the comment section, man. I got another play I'm gonna do later today. Comment, like, and subscribe, guys. What y'all think about Vernon Maxwell, Maxwell? Thank you, guys. Much love. I am out. Peace.